Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Gabe, aka Gibson. We are back with another video. I told you guys we were going to make another video. We'll make more videos, more content coming. So I thought I'll bring you guys along on how I maintain my fish tank and how I keep it clean. So we're going to get right into it. Alright guys, so what we're going to be doing to my 6-foot tank today is we are going to be rearranging this hose because one of the connectors fell off and the hose in the back fell down to the floor. It's too hard to get, it's too heavy to move. So what I've done quickly, I've taken the hose and put it in front of the tank because you obviously need air in your tank. If you don't have air, you're going to lose fish. That's what happened to us. We didn't have oxygen in the tank for one night. We've lost one fish. But, you know, we are over it. We've got it sorted. We're going to rearrange that. We've also got to clean the big canister filter. I'll show you guys in a sec. We've also got to give it a vacuum. The most important thing we're going to do today is give it a 50% water change. That helps the fish grow. That helps the fish be more healthy and everything. It's beautiful for the fish. We've got to clean the glass today, and then I reckon that's about it. Alright guys, so I like to give my tank 50% water changes after 1.5 to 2 weeks because the water does get pretty filthy pretty quickly. But the canister filter, because it's so big, I don't have to clean it for about a month or two. So lucky me. Other than that, we're about to get into it, but before I do that, the fish are going well. Our guppies at the back, our breeding guppies, they're going pretty good. We've got one dead one in there at the moment, but that's alright. But yeah, other than that, fish are going well. Colours are coming out. We've got I'm trying out new food for them. It's mainly all colour enhancement. That is working really well. I highly recommend that. If you guys ever want to fish, feed them that. Just make sure, it depends on what size your fish are. You can get mini size pellets, you can go mini, large, medium. So make sure you know your pellets and your fish. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get the hose, I'm going to put it in the tank and start draining it. But before that, you got to remember what I like to do anyway. You turn off your filters, you turn off your heaters, your air pumps, you can leave those on. Keep air pumping through that tank because you need air. So what I'll do that, I'll go for it. I've just got it hooked up on the side here. That's the filter. That's the pump. That's the heater. And that's all we need. Leave the air pumping through it. The next step, take the lid off so you can access your water, obviously. And on this glass here, I've got here cut out for a hose to actually fit in there. So it's a lot easier for me. So I can keep all these lids here on here. I will be taking them off for cleaning, but for now I can leave them on there, get the hose, plug it in and let it drain. Alright guys, so I like to just grab the hose straight out of the window, if you can get the hose through the window. And what I like about this trick is, it's gravity fed, so there's no pump needed. So as long as your tank is higher than your grass level or wherever you dump in the water, it will be all gravity fed. So water will drain until the end of your nozzle there. So I'll show you guys how I start the gravity fed, because you actually have to start it. You can't just dip your hose in there and it'll do it itself. You actually got to get on the end of the hose and you got to try to pump it out with your mouth. Guys, so we're already on the end of the hose here, and the way to start it, you just got to start sucking until the water comes out. Give it a sec. Put it on the end of the nozzle, and there you go. And you can water your plants with it, water your grass with it, so make sure you keep it somewhere where it can soak up all the water. Back inside. Now the size of this tank, it holds a lot of water. A hose like this, small, takes roughly about 20 minutes for it to drain to 50%. So while that's doing that, I'm going to try get the canister filter out, and I'm not even going to show you how I do it because it's just so much hard. Like, it's a lot of fiddling around and a little bit of swearing. So I'm going to get it out, and then I'll take it outside and I'll show you guys how dirty it is inside and how I clean it. Guys, so this is what it looks like. I've got this big canister filter right here. This is the bad boy that keeps my tank clean. We've got this tiny pump right here. I know it's too small, but I've got to get a bigger one. It's not producing as much bubbles as I'd like, so that's going to be next on the list. All I've got to do is this valve here you got to shut it off. So you push it up, and then this you lift up, and then this whole nozzle will come off, and then you got your canister filter you can move away. What I like doing is putting a bucket underneath that, just in case it has a couple drops, and keep a towel close by, because I've got a lot of cables around and you don't want any cables getting wet. So we're going to keep it 100% safe, do it properly, the right way, and that's it. So I'm going to pull it out. Oh, it's just like that. Keep the bucket there. See how it's dropping one drop at a time, so it doesn't get any water or moisture down there, so it falls in the bucket. Got this bad boy out. It's pretty heavy, full of water. Let's take it outside. Ready to go. The way you open up this canister, you got two large clips, or whatever you want to call them, on the side. You want to pop those over, open just like that, and then you got another two on here. You want to do both of them equally, because this here's got a rubber seal that goes around it, and you want to lift it up equally. If you lift it up to the side, it'll jam up and it won't open. So both at the same time, give a little wobble, put fingers in there, just like that. All right, get a close up on that. That's how filthy our filter is, so that's why our tank is so clean. So the filter is doing a good job, and that's what you want. All right, so what I like doing is I tip out the water, show you as I say it, explain. Try not to drink this, even if you're thirsty, probably make you sick. And then what I like doing is putting in order how it went: the top, the second one, the next one, the next one, and then you got the bottom one. If you look how dirty that water there is, that is filthy. Alright, now what you want to do, what I like doing, straight from the hose, you want high pressure as well, and you want to take your sponge off every single one, do one at a time so you can put it straight back in there. Obviously we like to clean the canister first, and then we start adding everything back in. A lot of people say not to use tap water at all because it's got chlorine in it. Now when you're doing a 50% water change, you still got dirty water in that tank, correct? So I've been doing it straight from the tap ever since I've had tanks, and I've never had a problem with it. So this is how I like it, and this is the best way, I guess, for me in my tank. A lot of people like to clean it. Sure, I'm vlogging. A lot of people like to clean their filters with the tank water that they got in there. But yeah, just like I said, I'd rather clean water, a bit of chlorine, just to kill the bacteria, and then I'll show you how I keep the bacteria still in there, just a little % of bacteria in there. So, clean the canister, rinse it out. Now you're gonna get dirty, so get your hand in there, rub around. Just like that. And then you want to start off with the bottom one. Take the sponge off. You can look at that, how filthy that is. And just clean it. Give it a little wobble. Easy part done. The hardest part is a sponge, because it holds so much bacteria, holds so much dirt, food, dead fish. It's very hard to clean. Like, takes a while to get everything out of it. Alright guys, so just like that is clean. I'm going to do it to every single one. I'm not going to show you because it's just washing fish poo. So I'm going to put this back in here, just rinse off the grass. Or if you got any dirt, rinse it off, put it in there. I'll do it to the rest. So we've got it all cleaned out, all placed back into the canister. What I like doing, I like filling it back up with water, so when you plug it back into the tank, the pump can just run straight away and you don't have to wait for it to suck out water out the tank. So it's just easier out here. You already got water, fill it up. filled up with water. Put the lid back on it. Just like so. Make sure it's all the way down. Put the clips back on. And then I like to dry it out so you're not walking through the house with water. Dry that and then we'll go place it back in. We got that clean. In the time of us getting that clean, you can see the tank has drained down. It's nearly at 50%. After I get this hooked up, I'm going to stop that from draining and then I am going to start probably filling it up. I've relocated this hose, got it through the back, and there's a hole out the back of this cupboard here that I'm running the pipe, so it looks a bit neater as well without a pipe hanging out the front of the tank. Plug that back in and then plug your air back in. Alright guys, so the air's hooked up, the canister's all hooked up. We are currently filling up the tank right now with tap water. I will turn on the heater very soon. You just gotta wait till the heater is completely underwater, because when the heater is out of water and it's heating up, it heats up a lot quicker and it can crack the glass around it, glass tube. So let that fill up a little bit more, get that cranking. I like to drop in a bit of aquarium salt every time you do a 50% water change. Aquarium salt can help with the gills, it helps breathing, and yeah, just keeps them healthy. So I'll chuck a bit of that in there. I've also cleaned, got my missus to clean the top of the glass. She did a really good job, thank you Taylor. And other than that, it's beautiful. I'm about to turn on the canister filter, and then lucky last, I'll be cleaning the glass. I've gave it a small tiny vacuum, and after you do all this cleaning and mucking around with the tank, it does get a lot really blurry. Like you got poo, dirt, everything going around. So it takes about a couple of hours to settle down. After that, your tank the next day, really, if you wait a day, your tank looks so good, very clear, and yeah, I love it. I love the day after big water change, big cleans like that. So we're going to tip a bit of this in there, get the filter, get the heater on, and then yeah, I'll put the camera on then. Alright guys, so I got the aquarium salt here. It says on here how much you're supposed to put, the gallons or litres in that case, but I just like to put a bit in there. Kenny? I know you're thinking, it's not salt water tank, this and that, but this is made for fresh water. The freshwater fish need salt as well, helps them out a lot, so get that in your fish tanks as well, that is good. Make sure you read the instructions, don't be like me, but I know how much, I've been doing it for a while, so I know how much my tank really, you know, how much my tank wants as well. Gonna get the filter on, the heater on. The heater's pretty much underwater. Get that on, get the tank started to warm up, and then we can get this on, open up the valve, and there you go, just like that. And you can pack up all this, and every time you touch your canister filter, after about half hour, you want to get your dry hands, go around it and see if it's leaking. They do manage to leak through the seals. So just make sure it's leaking. If it's not leaking after an hour, check the next day. If it's not leaking, don't even worry about it anymore. Keep it there, forget about it like I do. But yeah, other than that, running perfect, pushing out a lot of water. And yeah, got it all pretty much done. We've got it filled up. Now you're gonna have a little crater from the hose pumping in all the water. That is easy. I made my own little tool here. It's a vacuum slash shovel. So you connect the head hose on the end of that when you're draining the tank, and then you can just go on the bottom of the tank and vacuum it. I've done that. I don't think I've showed you guys, but that's all good. And you can also use it as a shovel. So just stick your hand in there, and then you can move it around just like that to how you want it, or you know what's best for the fish. But I reckon that'll be alright. And then you're done. Now I've got a lot of plants, because cichlids love to eat plants. So I've got a lot of leaves hanging on the top of the tank. I'm going to take all those out of the net, and then I'll clean the glass, and then I think that'll be it. Alright guys, funnest part, collecting all the broken leaves. It's worth it in the end, but it's a pretty crappy job, I'd say. I reckon that's about it. We're going to get the lids back on, give the screen a wipe, and then I'll give you guys a little montage. Just keep in mind the tank is still pretty gloomy at the moment. Alrighty guys, so here it is, the tank. It's pretty much done. All we got to do is clean the face of the glass and the side of the glass. Here we have sparkle for showers. You could also use Windex. Windex is really well. Now my tip is to use newspaper. You spray it on there and use newspaper. My mum showed me that, and it's one of the best ways of cleaning windows, glass, anything. No marks at all. We don't have that at the moment, so I'll be using tea towel. So I'll show you how we do it. Just get a nice amount on there. Don't know how well it will end out with tea towels, but paper towel, sorry. But yeah, go to that and go in circles. Pretty much like that. Not bad actually. I do recommend that. Paper towels. Spray the side. Cool. Guys, we are all done. I hope you guys like that montage. Like I said, it does get clearer than that, so if you thought that looked good, it gets even better than that. Anyway, I thank you so much. Hope you guys like this video. If you've been watching till now, I've been recording and I feel like it's gonna be a long video, so if you guys been watching till now, thank you so much. Please smash that like button. Let's get about 20 likes on this video. 20 likes, what is that? That's nothing. Alright, 20 likes on this video. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Thank you so much, appreciate it. We out.